From rockets to futuristic schools, it looks like there's no stopping the innovative mind of Elon Musk. He's done so many cool things that he's been dubbed the real-life version of Tony Stark. While Elon Musk still has not created an Iron Man suit, he has created a lot of things. Autonomous electric cars, reusable rockets, battery banks for solar panels, and much more. One of Elon Musk's more ambitious projects is called Neuralink, which aims to create a way to interface with machines directly from your brain. No buttons, no touchscreens, no cables. Let's take a look at how the Neuralink technology will work and how they would plug it into your brain. Oh, and we'll also see how Musk plans to use Neuralink to create cyber-humans which can interact directly with AI. Brain-machine interface. Elon Musk's company Neuralink is testing out a device known as a brain-machine interface. In other words, it's something that can let you operate a device using only your brain. The Neuralink captures brainwaves, then translates them into code that computers can understand. Neuralink's device is essentially a brain implant. It uses an array of flexible threads 4 to 6 microns wide. That's even thinner than human hair. These threads connect to the brain and they sense the electrical impulses sent by neurons. A chip then amplifies these signals, translates them to computer code, and sends them off to a device. According to one white paper, Neuralink could have as many as 3,072 electrodes across 96 threads. In other words, it has the ability to handle humongous amounts of data, which is a good thing. That means it can keep up with the power of your brain. Actually, Elon Musk is not the first guy to venture into brain-machine interfaces. This technology has been around for a time, and other companies like Paradromics and Kernel have their own versions. The US military is also developing brain-machine interfaces for soldiers. Researchers are also working on brain implants that can translate the thoughts of paralyzed people into speech. As early as 2006, brain-machine interfaces were already seeing some success. Matthew Nagel, who suffered from a paralyzing spinal cord injury, was given a brain implant called BrainGate. It let him control a computer cursor, and he used it to play a game of Pong using only his mind. No mouse, no keyboard required. The mental input took some getting used to, but Nagel was able to master it in just 4 days. BrainGate was developed by researchers from Brown University. It's composed of a series of stiff needles which plug in up to 128 electrodes right into a user's brain. However, there's one huge problem with this system. The brain sometimes changes position inside the skull. BrainGate uses stiff needles, so they might cause damage when the brain shifts. Neuralink will solve this issue by using thin, flexible polymer threads instead of needles. Robot surgeon. Implanting these kinds of devices onto a human brain is a huge piece of work. Elon Musk thought of this too, which is why Neuralink engineered a robot to do the intricate surgery. The surgical bot looks like a combination of a microscope and a sewing machine, and it would be responsible for embedding the threads in the brain. The surgery robot is able to avoid blood vessels in the process, preventing inflammation and internal bleeding. The machine will track specific regions of the brain and implant the threads with micron precision. The procedure isn't simple though. Currently, implanting those threads requires drilling a few holes into the skull. Not the most comfortable of procedures. Also, because of this procedure, getting approval from the FDA is a huge challenge. In the future, though, Neuralink hopes to use lasers to bore those holes in a painless way. Matthew McDougall, Neuralink's head surgeon, said that in the future, they want implantation to be something more like LASIK eye surgery, without the need for general anesthesia. There's a way to get over the FDA hurdle though. If Elon Musk pitches the Neuralink as a way to address paralysis, then the FDA might consider giving it a thumbs up. Paralysis is a known medical condition that affects lots of people, and the Neuralink implant is one very viable solution. Accessibility option. For people who've been paralyzed, interacting with the outside world is one huge thing they have a hard time doing. If, say, a person is a quadriplegic, he or she loses control of the body from the shoulders down. They can no longer use their hands, so interacting with devices the usual way becomes impossible. The Neuralink aims to solve this problem. If it's implanted into the brain of a paralyzed person, then he or she can control, say, a smartphone just by using the brain. Essentially, they'd be able to send texts without tapping or swiping on a screen. This kind of brain control isn't limited to phones. The Neuralink can theoretically allow users to control any device with just their heads. One exciting application of Neuralink in the future is smart prosthetics. Imagine a child is in an accident and doctors had to amputate a right arm. Well, then they gave that child a smart prosthetic which includes a functioning hand. The entire prosthetic could be controlled via Neuralink. Once the child has an implant, he or she could enjoy life like before, with a fully functional arm. Neuralink allows control of the hand with as much precision as if the hand was still there. Also, the smart prosthetic could have realistic haptic feedback. This means the child can also accurately feel whatever the prosthetic hand is holding. The path to cyborgs. If you know Elon Musk well, you know that he has more lofty ambitions than just present applications for his technologies. Addressing paralysis is not his end goal with Neuralink. It's a notable cause, but that's not what he really wants. Elon Musk is pretty much a forward-thinking kind of person. So, with Neuralink, he has plans for it too, and he wants to use it to enable humans to merge with AI. That way, humanity won't be left behind as AI becomes more advanced and more widespread. But why does Elon Musk want a better way for humans to interact with AI? With present technology, you can already interact with apps and platforms that utilize AI using your phone, your tablet, or your PC, but that doesn't allow for direct interaction with an AI. Think of it like you need an intermediary, like an app, to access the AI's capabilities. With a brain-machine interface, you can talk to the AI directly. And for Elon Musk, current technology lacks the bandwidth to effectively interact with AI. In other words, you can take in more information from your phone than you can push out through tapping or voice commands. AI works really quickly, so using these input methods, you just can't keep up. But with a brain-machine interface like Neuralink, it's easier. You can send commands to the AI at the speed of thought. Essentially, you can talk to the AI in real time, and you won't be limited by how fast you can speak or type. Are you considering having a Neuralink in you? Well, once you do, you've practically become a cyborg. Talking to machines just by using your brain is the closest thing you can get to superhero-like powers. Hack your brain, hack your body. Neuralink also attracts the attention of biohackers. These are people who are willing to manipulate their bodies to enhance their physical and mental abilities. Biohacking experiments are usually risky, and some are even life-threatening. By implanting a Neuralink device, you're basically hacking your brain. You give yourself the ability to communicate with machines quickly, precisely, and directly. Biohackers essentially want to turn themselves into cyborgs. Neuralink is just one thing they can add to their repertoire, but it's a good first step, especially with Elon Musk's vision to merge humans with AI. In Musk's own words, he wants to ultimately achieve a symbiosis with artificial intelligence. That way, humans can interface almost seamlessly with any technology within their reach, or even those far away, since everything would be connected to everything else. Eventually, biohacking will put more tech into human bodies. Once Neuralink takes off, other innovations in cybernetically enhancing humans are sure to follow. Elon Musk's vision of human-AI hybrids still has a long way to go. Heck, even the Neuralink is still in its infancy. It hasn't been tested yet, and no one knows if it will remain effective in the long term. Musk doesn't even have proof yet that the system can work well with the human brain. But this technology, once perfected, will spark a complete revolution in the way humans interact with machines.